What's up, guys? My name is Ted Darklaw, and with me, as always, is the Black Knight. We are the co-owners of Helidope Toys, helidopetoys.com, where you can purchase your Cosmic Legion's Outpost Zaxius. And this show is Helidope. Aaron,
Yo,
how the hell are you doing?
man, busy. Trying to be in two places at once while working. Family, the kids are out of school. Man, it's just been crazy, man. We'll show all the fine people all the things we got into over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it was a crazy week.
Yeah, incredibly busy. We're incredibly tired from it all, but we got to meet a lot of amazing people and viewers and see some things and experience what you could call the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yup.
So, I guess anybody who doesn't know, this weekend was two huge G.I. Joe related conventions, with Joe Fest being out in Georgia and DFW being out in Texas. And man, dude, anybody who was anybody was essentially at one of these two shows, and a couple people.
Do you find it coincidental that they were both on the exact same weekend? Exactly like the same day, same weekend. It was just kind of weird. Like, maybe we'll just put that little stab in there, just to say.
It's not my business. Not my business. But there were two people that were able to be at both, and that's pretty wild. And we're gonna get to that here in a little bit.
Yes,
but I think the first thing I have to do, it's a requirement by Helidope law, and that is to ask you, Aaron, what are you sipping on?
Well, can't have a Helidope show, especially when I don't have to work tomorrow, without my trusty number one drink, Steel Reserve. The fuck is that? It's not.
Yeah, what is that? You hate water. That's disgusting.
I know, right? Ew.
Gross.
I do have water, but she's right nearby, baby. I always gotta keep her close. Sometimes it's nice and snug with my pillow, and like we tell each other bedtime stories, and like always just puts me nice and sleepy time.
But yeah, I bet it does.
But I have water too, because I gotta start drinking some of that.
Yeah, no, hold on. We gotta back up on that for a second. I have you on the record on countless shows going, ew, water disgusting.
Dude, drinking water is like drinking like your own urine. Why would you do it? It's disgusting.
You're drinking the wrong water, man. I'm telling you, dude. Get a bottle of Kroger water, chilled at the appropriate temperature, dude, and you wake up with that, dude. It changes your fucking life.
I don't go grocery shopping. I don't even like going grocery shopping when I DoorDash, let alone having to go grocery shopping for myself. So you take that up with the missus and tell her that she needs to go to Kroger and buy Kroger water.
Dude, Kroger water's the best, and you can buy them in 40 packs, and it's really convenient.
You're talking like I'm going to be drinking this like for the rest of my life. Like,
dude, drinking water like is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Dude, I probably won't even finish drinking a third of this bottle for however long that we're going to be live.
Dude, being hydrated changes your life. It also makes you have to pee a lot more.
I pee
all day. Well,
I'm trying to get through this show so that hopefully the missus doesn't fall asleep and we can watch House of the Dragon. So I can I don't have to wait till tomorrow because they almost ruined it for me last week. Like, oh, did you see what happened? I'm like, shut your mouth. No, I didn't watch it yet. I'm watching it tonight. So if I watch it tonight, then I'm prepared for the "Did you watch it?" conversation because I did.
Okay.
And if she is asleep, then I have to wait till tomorrow, and then I'm just gonna have to block all my social media.
That is unfortunate. Can't you just watch it and not tell her?
She'd know.
Eh.
Because on Max it has like the little status bar. So yeah.
Oh. Can't you create a different profile?
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get a new mic?
No.
Oh.
I just learned how to use this one better.
Oh, that's good. I'm
So
glad you were.
I'm actually pretty sure there was a whole month where we did shows where I thought I was using this mic, and it was actually just set to the laptop microphone. Yeah. I figured that out a couple weeks back. I said, "Ooh." That and the new setup, it has it a lot closer to me.
Greg, I'm gonna virtually punch you. Okay. Anywho, Mr. Darkclaw, it is not a show unless I reciprocate said question to you. So, what is type of water you're sipping on today?
Well, Aaron, I'm glad
Because you know we don't have anything else.
because in my trusty Helidope mug, I am actually drinking Kroger water, and dude, it is cold and refreshing and so nice, dude. Kroger water will change your life, man. Every now and then I'll fuck around with that smart water, but no, Kroger water doesn't. You drink any other kind of water, it doesn't feel like it's working right, like it's fake water. Fake water.
Let me go through these ingredients real quick because I opened this, so I gotta look at it. Do you know what the first ingredient in this can of deliciousness is? Do you? Do you know?
No.
Would you like me to tell you what the first ingredient is?
I would absolutely love for you to tell me that.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first ingredient on this here can.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need any question. Hold on. Where's it at? Ingredients. Turn it.
Yeah, I can totally read that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is so legible.
Yeah, whatever. It says water. Okay, I'm drinking 8% water right here. Okay.
Well,
the other 92% is all the other stuff.
My trusty side piece here is the refreshing Saratoga that gives me the impression that I'm drinking beer. It is also 0 calories, and its ingredients, the first ingredient is water, and then the second ingredient is bubbles.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't think that's the second ingredient in this one. The second ingredient is corn syrup.
Corn syrup.
So you know how that goes.
Corn syrup.
Greg says that he is so glad that there's not a Kroger's that exists in the Northeast. No,
dude, you guys, look, you can even see how frosty it is. I'm telling you, friend.
You know what else? You know what else is also very frosty right now?
Huh?
This can.
No,
do you see that condensation? Do you see that drip? This can got that drip.
Can's got that drip. I'm just saying. Look, when you wake up because you had too many of those, the Kroger water is going to be there to refresh your soul.
You know what else would refresh my soul after I had finished that? Another one.
Another one, yes.
And then another one.
And another one.
And then I don't remember what happened the next day.
And another one.
The lights go out.
Dude, I've been watching the Hangover movies all afternoon, so like waking up like them, man, I've had those days. Oof.
Yes. Very true.
Yeah,
it's that time, you know?
Yeah, it's that time. We'll move along.
Okay.
It's that time.
No, we can discuss water and drip all day long.
I can talk about water all day.
I drank that fine water. Actually, I don't. We all know that's a lie. Anywho, our good friend Rollkeeper, it says hello dopers from DFW. Join the replay squad because I got an early flight in the morning. Well, you have safe travels, my friend, and much graciousness for your services that you provided for us today. We appreciate it because we could not do any type of shopping because we were so busy, trying to be in two places at once. So thank you so much. And then we've got Robert's Infinite Realms, Hella Dope, and Jelly Time for 2 hours. About 2 hours. Cutting into my House of the Dragon time. You know what I'm saying? But that's on right now. I talk about moving the show back, but we'll see. And we got the Titan. Hail to the Hella Dope duo. I am also in DFW this week, but hanging tough. Well, I'm glad you had a good fight. I hope it was a good show. I saw a lot of pictures, a lot of chats, and a couple lies while I was bored at work. So hope you had a good time. And then we got Patrick saying good evening. Well, good evening to you, Patrick. Good to see you.
Good evening.
And then a lovely Fatrid.
Oh,
Good Fatrid.
Oh,
Leave a like, peeps. Leave a little likey on the button.
Fatrid, don't forget to tell them to leave a like. Mumsies will be angry if they don't like it.
Oh, Lord. And then we've got Junkyard Crafts and Builds saying, what's up, peeps?
Bro,
Man.
Hold on. Time out.
What I didn't do? What did I do?
We hanging out with him tomorrow.
I was just getting ready to say that, bro. Ham.
Okay, say it then. Say it. Say it to his face.
Say it with your chest. Join us tomorrow, 8:45 Eastern Standard Time, where we will be joining Junkyard Crafts and Builds on his show. Just kicking the ish like we're doing right now, but only on his channel. So come hang out with us and grill Ted for all the things that we grill him on, like the Blue Mule and just Ted in general. So come hang out. You never know what's gonna happen when we're live on someone else's show.
Or as Gibby likes to say, fucking Darklaw.
Damn it,
fucking Gibby.
And we have the missus. Good evening, Hella Dope, and happy Sunday Fun Day. We've been working a lot, so our time has been very minimal, which is why I need to hurry up so I can watch House of the Dragon. Oh, Jesus Christ, Ted. This guy. Anyway, Jason Evangelista. Hello, Ted. Hello. Hello, all in the chat. Well, Jason. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. What? You say whatever.
Hello.
And then, of course, the one and only Trust the Screamer. Our True Star Screamer. I like Trust the Screamer better, even though there's an extra letter in there. But it's cool. We'll just kind of imagine that it's not there. A hella dope show for some hella dope guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Mr. Greg Finstad, Joe Fest poached the weekend of DFW.
Ooh, drama.
Ooh, shots fired.
Drama.
Drama for day mama. Matthew Matson. Evening, everyone. Long weekend, bro. I'm right there with you, man. Ooh, I don't think I can do that again. It was a tiring day, being in two places at once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we did it,
Mm-hmm.
but did it.
Mm-hmm.
More into that later.
Mm-hmm.
Greg says Black Light misplaced his liver and needed water. I don't think I have one. I'm pretty sure that's gone. Like, there's nothing there.
It's just an AI liver now.
AI liver. Do they have those?
I mean, look, dude, by the time we're 60, I'm pretty sure we can regenerate stuff. Be fine. Look, dude, they were cloning goats and cows and shit back in the 90s.
Yeah, but
They can.
Could you imagine having like if I could go back and take my 18-year-old liver and put it in my body now? Oh man.
Are you talking about going back in time and cornering your 18-year-old self with a knife?
Yeah, I'm going to be in a van and offer him candy.
I'm pretty sure 18-year-old you could take you.
Probably.
Or at least run faster than you.
Probably. He'd be too enticed.
18-year-old you could run, dude.
I mean, but he'd be enticed by the candy. He'd be like, oh my God, candy. So good. Then I'd be like, check. Give me your liver. Then I come back and like, oh man, I feel so good. I don't need this bottle of water that I'm not gonna drink out of.
Drink your water.
I
challenge you to drink 3 bottles of water a day.
It's right here. I drink 3 of these. It's got water in it. It's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, my doctor says otherwise, but whatever. What does he know?
Yeah, what does he know?
Stupid
He's not a
doctors.
fucking scientist.
Exactly. He got no degree.
Yeah.
Water.
I know.
We got our good friend Radnom. What's up, everybody? What's up, Radnom? Hope you're doing fantastic.
Radnom, you also have a message from us, and I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you have, cool. And if you haven't, check it.
Yeah, what he just said.
Yeah, dog.
The Titan. Wow, you've already been seriously drinking alcohol when you grab a bottle of water at the start of the stream. I haven't had not one drop of anything today, man. No, this is the first one. I haven't even sipped out of this one yet. So yeah, we gotta take care of that soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Mrs. Ted says, this is coming from a man that forced me to drink water. Okay. We had this conversation a lot. She was pregnant with my child. Okay, and she fainted a lot. The doctor said, hey, drink some water. So I said, hey, drink some water. I'm not bearing children, okay? I don't need that water to be hydrated throughout my body. I need that sweet, sweet still reserve. Keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Morris, good evening, everyone. I got my first order from Hello Dope a week ago. Thanks. Everything was packed well and arrived fast. That's how we do it, Jeff. That's how we do it.
Thank you, Jeff, for giving us a try. Tell all your friends.
Tell them all. Tell them
write them. Write them a letter.
Yeah.
Dearest Marjorie.
Dear Jan, I bought a fantastic package today, and I want you to experience it.
I want you to share in my delight.
Yes, it was quite elegant, and how well it was packed, and the shipping was top notch. Should do this more often. Thatcher says you can find a water. Wait, you can find a water. You can. Oh yeah, I don't know. That'll never happen. The only water that I find that I enjoy is because it's the first ingredient in this can, and it comes in multiple flavors. Yeah, don't have to buy additives.
Patrick is absolutely correct. Unless there is rum in my Coke, I cannot drink the Coke. I also can't drink the rum.
That's true.
They have to be together, and that's the only way I can do it. Like, I can't enjoy a Dr. Pepper anymore, man. I would just be like, ugh.
Dude, I don't even really drink pop as much anymore. Like, I'll have one here and there, but I don't. That's probably the one thing that I don't drink as much, and I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I got water. I got some Fireball upstairs, and sometimes I drink it straight. Sometimes I put it in some Coke or Sprite. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Titan says, in fairness, that can has the drip. Oh, that can has the drip because the chemicals are eating through the. Yes, it is. And probably also through my kidneys, my liver, my lungs, my heart, and any other organ that is seeping through currently. We got the Briscoe.
Let's go.
Too many still reserves at night equal the mythical shipment 4 days later. I mean,
been there.
It used to be Amazon, so I had to put the credit card away and deactivate it off my Amazon account, so I don't do that. And so far so good. The Briscoe says, Ted, you should be a voice actor, man.
Yeah, I'm just bad at acting.
Yeah.
So, but man, that would be such a dream. But yeah, I suck at acting.
Yeah, no, we know. We're still waiting on our Mossman video.
Things are in motion.
You said that last year.
Yeah, I did.
And then Matthew Matson, ancient Egypt beer was food and had antibiotics for the slave labor, kept them healthy and pacified. See, thank you, Matthew. See, that's what I'm doing. Only it's not ancient Egyptians. I don't even know where it's from. It's from somewhere in the United States. Probably has like stuff in it, like not ancient Egyptian like, and not antibiotics. So that's it. Yeah. That's what I got.
So let's talk about this weekend, right? So as we mentioned at the start of the show, there were 2 huge shows going on. And on the DFW side, there was Valiverse. And I don't know much what else but Valiverse and the 3POA crew. You got Ninja and all the fans were there. V Conley and Rollkeeper and
Blue Serendipity.
yeah, Mython the Python, and then over there at Joe Fest, you have AWOC and Four Horsemen. Apparently Seth Green.
Yeah.
He was just wandering around there. Sergeant Slaughter was there.
Ace was there, showing off his tank.
Oh yeah, Ace was there. Delta 17 was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like 2 killer shows, and I saw so many positive posts from people over the weekend on both ends. I certainly hope this doesn't end up into some like bullshit of, oh, this show is way better. This show is way better. Look, man, everybody fucking had a really awesome time at each place. And I loved seeing that vibe, man. Loved seeing that vibe the entire time. And I just hope everyone can just fucking leave it at that. Leave it at that.
What happened?
Probably not. But do we want to share our pictures?
Yeah. Let's show everyone what we got into this weekend.
Yeah. So, not only were there 2 shows going on, but Aaron, you and I were at both shows.
At both shows, yeah.
We were at both shows. Hella Dope was representing at Joe Fest in Georgia and DFW in Texas. And I know you're probably thinking, well, I didn't see you there. Well, motherfucker, here, we'll show you the fucking pictures. So we're going to start here at the airport. There's Wilhelm there, and he's picking up Bjorn Jorgensen. And then there we are in the background picking up Bjorn with Wilhelm.
Exactly.
So Wilhelm, he was like, come on, guys, it's time to go to Joe Fest. So there we are in front of the Joe Fest sign with Wilhelm. When he said, okay, guys, let's pose for a picture. I don't know if that's what he was expecting, hence the concerned look on his face. But
yeah, we definitely had a couple still reserves that morning.
yeah. So, but that's us at Joe Fest at the entrance there. And then we ran into a Punk with Toys. So Lawrence was at Joe Fest, and we
he had a panel there.
Yeah, he did have a panel there. Badass motherfucking shit. But there we are in the background. We were crossing the street. We were like, hey, let's photobomb him. Wouldn't that be funny?
It would be.
Yeah, that was a good time. And then, so we enjoyed a little bit of Joe Fest. We saw some people, we did some things, and we were like, hey, this is great, but we got to see if the other side is having more fun. So we went over to DFW real quick. And here is, there's Mython hanging out there. You got Articulated Ninja, the Find My Figures girls, Rollkeeper's in there. There I am in the back. I don't know if you can see it. I'm in the back left. I'm heading to the bar. I think either you're going to the bar with me or the bathroom. I'm not sure. I don't remember which.
I was coming back from the bathroom. I saw you going to the bar. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. I should probably rehydrate before we continue the festivities.
Yeah. And so, and then somebody was like, oh, I'm going to take a picture. And we were like, oh, shit, we better get in on that. So that's us hanging out at the lobby. And then we were the first in line for the Valiverse booth. Now, stupid us, we forgot to buy our bone collector. We were just so fucking just enthralled with everything, you know how it be. But there we are, first in line at the Valiverse booth. So, that was that. And then, no trip would be complete without a picture with Bobby and Chad. So there we are. Chad and Bobby are like, guys, get in here. Come on. First in line. Like, let's get our pictures taken together. And that was we hit both shows in the same weekend, dude. It was it was pretty wild, man.
Yeah, and then I still had to work today. Like it was crazy. Like, we always talk about our teleportation machine. We really put it to the test this weekend. we're gonna have to charge it back up, get these deliveries back out. But whew, I was glad I was able to get to both shows, just check it out, kind of like plan for next year. Maybe we'll go to one or the other. Maybe we'll just do both again. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we might even hit up San Diego.
Now, hold on, I just lost it here. The Titan, he says it's amazing that you guys can pull off the same pose on demand. It's our signature thumbs out, bums out.
Yep.
And everybody started rolling their eyes. They're like, "Oh God, they're gonna do thumbs out, bums out again." But yeah, but when you got a signature move, you gotta do it. Like Hulk Hogan's leg drop wasn't that devastating of a move, but he kept fucking doing it anyway because it worked.
Such a strong move to pull off. I'm gonna drop this leg on you real quick. You got Macho Man doing this like dagger elbow drop, like straight to the sternum. He's like, nope, just gonna put my leg right here.
Yeah. But we do have some friends that will be popping in that were also at both shows, and they're going to kind of chime in on their experience. They'll both just be in and out. So, when they get here, we're going to kind of stop what we're doing. Oh, Wilhelm's here. Wilhelm, good to see you again, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us over the weekend.
We took some awesome pictures, man.
Yeah. Hold on. We gotta see it again. There's us again at the airport.
Yep.
And then good old Wilhelm right there.
Yeah, he was pretty fed up with us like halfway through the morning.
Well, that's why we had to go to the other show.
Thanks. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. But Aaron, what did you think of both shows?
I mean, I wish I could have spent more time at either one because trying to be in two places at once, so much to look at. I didn't buy anything, which was very disappointing. I saw a couple goodies I really wish I got my hands on. But plotting for next year, we're gonna plan it all out, and we're gonna spend some great time with some great people, and put the time machine to rest. She needs to rest.
Yeah. Man, chat is going crazy, and I'm.
It's impressive for how many people are in considering two conventions at the same time.
Hopkins von Rabbitarius enjoys your pose with the.
It takes a lot of practice to hit that pose, man.
Yeah, it is tricky. So. I looked at pictures and, saw everyone's story. I think what I loved the most was, so Thursday night at DFW, the whole 3POA crew was there, man. And they just had like a dinner with all their fans, all the people that, show love to the channel. Like they had the longest fucking table. What's that Jesus painting, like the Last Supper or some shit?
Supper,
yeah, it's like one of those fucking tables, dude. Fucking long as fuck. And I thought that was really cool. And then, on the flip side at Joe Fest, we talked about Lawrence being on a panel, and he downplayed that shit to me, dude. He was just like, "Oh yeah, no, I was just hanging out at the panel." I'm like, "No, fucker, you were a goddamn panel. Nobody invited us to a panel,
True.
Like that's hot shit right there." So I think that's really cool. And just so many people sharing so many awesome pictures. Ninja was out and about. Ninja got to go autograph something. Very, very cool. I don't know if anybody in the chat was there and has a story they want to share. We're happy to throw that up here in the next round of comments. So if you were at one of those shows and you want to share a story about your experience, man, fucking get it in there. Get it in. But man, it really made me miss PowerCon, dude. Because this time last year was Joe Fest, and I remember being so just butthurt about us not being able to go to Joe Fest because, last year, again, anybody that was anybody was at fucking Joe Fest last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fine. Once all this Joe Fest shit dies down, then we can get to PowerCon. And fucking PowerCon was amazing.
I mean, just think of it this way, dude. We are on the countdown to PowerCon 2025. Right now.
Yeah, we're getting there. I would like them to announce a date and really make me feel better about the whole thing.
I thought they already put something up.
I mean, if they did, I missed it, but I don't think they have. But we have a guest popping in here. He was at DFW for I think a day, maybe more. I don't know. We'll let him talk about his story and his experience. So we're gonna welcome back to the show our friend Radnom. Radnom, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
We're all right. We're so tired from doing all these shows this weekend, man.
That's a lot of driving.
It was.
We didn't drive, man. We use the teleportation machine.
Yeah, that's how we ship items.
It works better when you don't have a liver, I heard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Runs on that steel reserve.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. We're still trying to master the flux capacitor, but we're missing some pieces.
Yeah, you just add water. It'll be fine. I got my
Yes.
spring water here.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes, I was at DFW Joe show, and I was there with Matthew. Actually, was there with me. Let me tell you, this may come as a surprise to you guys, but a guy who sits around and spends his entire life inside buildings, tiny things with his hands, not super great in crowds and going around actual people, except for work, stuff like that. So I was really awkward going in there, man. It was a good experience, but at first it took me a little while to like loosen up. And Matthew was kind of like my security blanket. I was like, oh, I know that guy. And he tried to educate me on every single thing about G.I. Joe, because I know absolutely nothing except the toys I played with as a kid, because you know me, I'm not really super big into it. But it was cool. Like you said, Valaverse was there. I sat in with Matthew, actually, at a panel where all the old school guys were there that built all the original G.I. Joe stuff. The only reason why I knew any of their names is from listening to Lawrence. But yeah, that was really cool the way they talked about all kind of like the cowboy style stuff they had to do to get things going back in the day, climbing in and out of tanks at weapons trade shows or something to try and figure out how to build the models and all that. But yeah, it was a good time.
What made you want to go?
Well, a couple of things. One, I knew there would be some people there that I knew, and that would be cool. And did meet quite a few people. Some of them extremely awkwardly, and after a little while, some not so much. I did run into Laser Pants, and that was the most awkward one by far. Although everything's cool, we're just like, I'm awkward, he's awkward, and there was just some like crossing the streams of awkwardness. But I wanted to go just to check it out. I do walk around toy shows occasionally that come through here, but I don't spend a lot of time there. And I like to look at dioramas. I like to look at things people are making. And I did find a lot of interesting things going on there. There was a guy 3D printing stuff. We chatted for a while about what he's doing, and he actually gave me some ideas. But yeah, just, checking the stuff out, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
And is that like what the first kind of like big con you've ever gone to, or have you gone to some other ones?
As an adult, pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's like swap meet style toy shows that I'll go to and just run through real quick, but I don't really talk to people. I just,
get in, get out.
Yeah, get in and get out, which, it's like shopping. It's not like the hangout and the chill a little bit. I did get one of these.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have you looked at it?
I did, very carefully.
Okay. So, because everybody's probably going to be asking if you have the variant.
Oh, I don't know.
There's the bloody variant.
Open it.
Yeah, come on, open it up. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on.
All right, Give me a minute.
Come on.
Give me a minute. I'll open
2
it.
weeks.
You
Give me
guys
now.
got
Like
something.
you don't need to take it out of the package. Just take it out of that cover case there.
I
Let's
know, I
see
was
if you
so
got the bloody
careful.
variant, dude.
I was so careful to make the tape not look too touched.
Yeah,
There's-
apparently, people were posting those who got variants online. They're already posted online for like 200 plus,
Nah,
according to Chuncheon.
that's a regular, man.
Just a regular. That's all right. That's okay. It's still an awesome figure.
Yeah, that is nice.
Very cool. You
I
didn't.
also bought what was it? The it's not the comic, but it's like the graphic novel.
Mhm.
I think it was the last one they had on the stand. This was part of my exchange with Laser Pants. But yeah, this guy right here. I've been meaning to get into the lore of Action Force, and so I'm going to enjoy reading that. The story on the webpage is really interesting. I didn't realize exactly, what it was. Kind of real world dystopian thing going on.
Yeah, if you're not following, I just blanked out right now.
Wilhelm and Largo.
Yeah, Largo. They're doing kind of they were. I don't know if they're still doing it. The AF3 where they go and by series and they kind of go over the whole lore in their way. So
Hmm.
that could be a nice little cross reference while you're reading the novel.
Yeah, I need to do that. As you guys probably totally understand, sometimes I need things that are not digital and not YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm on a lot, and those guys are great. I do like Largo and Wilhelm, and I probably will check that out. But it is very nice to unplug a little bit and have a book and just kind of chill out with it a little.
There's also a novel, like a legit novel. And I think Largo and Wilhelm also read that, and I planned on reading it. I think I got a little bit into it before I just got distracted and didn't have time to read anymore. But it's not apparently 100% canon, but it's still a really, really good read. So if you find yourself liking that, I guess it would be more of like a expanded universe type thing.
Okay.
But I know you like having physical things, but you can buy a digital copy much cheaper. On
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, it depends on my patience level as well. I did do digital with the AWOC stuff to read through the comics. Those were pretty good
Same.
too.
Same. So how long was the line? How long did you have to wait?
I didn't for the Bone Keeper. I just walked up and actually I bought it directly from Bobby. He was just standing back there. I was like, Mr. Vala, let me get one of those. And he hooked me up. And I just was going to mention this, although it's only like a nerdy retail thing. These bags they have are freaking premium.
Mhm.
I was feeling this thing. I'm like, this, you bubble wrap guys, you know how much bubble wrap costs. This definitely is not a skimpy bag. I might even use it in a diorama. I was thinking that would be kind of cool to cut up and use this for because it's got good, you could shine light right through it and it looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
I don't know, that might be kind of neat. Maybe I'll make an Action Force sign with it, but it might be a little bit too much when it's that size, but we'll see.
No, that's awesome. So who you were hanging out with Matthew? Who else were you looking to run into and kind of hook up with? Who was your favorite person to meet aside from Matthew? Because we know Matthew is of course.
Matthew was very cool. We were walking around and chit chatting. I don't know if you guys know, it's Jay Gonzo, but he was in my chat.
Sounds familiar. I think we got like an Instagram from him or something.
Yeah, he was cool. He was like pretty much the only guy that recognized me without me having to say something. But it was weird, like walking by. He's like, "Hey, random diorama." I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he was there from California. And there were some extra activities that I probably could have gotten involved with that I didn't do. And he was doing the vehicle builder, where some of those old school G.I. Joe guys, I can't remember which guy held it up, but they had like vacuum form panels of like different shapes. And they were going to do a workshop later that night where you can sit there and try to build your own custom workshop vehicle with the old Hasbro guys from G.I. Joe, which would have been pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. There was a diorama contest too, which
Next year?
I didn't really realize. Yeah, maybe next year I will. Maybe it was mostly the 12-inch figures people had there. You know, it was like there was this Jeep with some woods, and there was something with like some water and like a jungle scene, and that was pretty cool.
Dave.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Matthew knows like everything, like every single thing. That was pretty cool. But yeah, there was lots of other little activities there I didn't do. Who did I meet? I met it's Chad. That was cool because I was still a little awkward, but it was funny because I shake his hand, and instead of saying my name, I just say my cat's butt. And he's looking at me like he got the reference, but he's like, well, who is this guy? And his wife the ma'am just starts laughing. And then like a few minutes later, we were near each other again. And I was like, dude, actually, you might remember me. And he was like, oh, dude, Radnam. Yeah, and I didn't recognize that. And we signed he had a poster, really cool posters. There was some artwork there. I can't remember the guy who was selling them. Matthew will know. But he was getting everyone he ran into that he knew to sign his posters. So that was really cool. Who else? Oh yeah, while I was talking to Chad, I don't know if I should say it. Nah, they were just goofing. While we're talking to Chad's telling us a story about something, and Matthew was there too. Chad had a box of some merchandise that he bought, some Action Force stuff. And it was sitting on the ground as he's talking to us, and sneaking up behind him comes Bobby Vala like a freaking ninja to take his box and like hide it around the corner. And like, I didn't get a chance to spring into action, right? But as soon as there's a time to mess with someone, I'm usually just on board immediately just by default. So I just like start moving around to the other side in case I have to do like bringing a jumping jacks or something to get Chad to stare at me. But he didn't need my help. Bobby Vala had that, under control. He was very sneaky, very quick. So that was kind of fun.
He's trying to prepare for PowerCon because we stay strapped. They're not trying to come with that heat like we hit like last time.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So It was a good time though. Good time. Lots of cool stuff there. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the guy who did the Super 7, what was that giant Cobra mothership?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes. I think the dude that designed it was there, and he was selling the STLs and stuff, and that was kind of cool. I talked to him for a while about that.
Get a chance to check out like any panels, see any good exclusives or anything like that?
Dude,
any up and comings?
I don't know much about this stuff. I mean, the only thing I did is I sat in there with those Hasbro dudes. That was the only panel I got in on, and that was fun. But yeah, I'm not going to be the best person to talk about all the super detailed nerd stuff. I can just say, my personal experience that I had there. I should have stayed a little longer. I would have gone back today because they had the Valaverse panel today, but I had to go to work.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. And my buddy was trying to get me to leave work and just go. He's like, let's just go. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, dude, family emergency. You have to go care for something that's at a show.
Right.
They totally would have understood. But yeah, that's
they might have.
I say, we would love, definitely want to try and hit some shows as just guests, not so much as vendors, because trying to lug all this stuff to like Dallas would be a pain in the ass. But just to be like, hey, we're here to hang out for like a day or two and chill and come home and go back to bed. It'd be sweet.
I wonder, what are the rules about you kind of like glomming onto someone else's table? Do they allow stuff like that or not really?
My guess is probably not, unless like said vendor like either overspaced themselves or doesn't care. Because they paid for it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I doubt that they would let you do it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Everyone's different.
My experience was the opposite of yours. Is I was walking around there thinking, man, if I would have like boxed some stuff up and gotten a table, I would have sold tons of diorama stuff that I have sitting around, and little, the consoles. I got some other stuff still sitting around that definitely probably would have worked for that. So I don't know, maybe something to think about next year.
Yeah. It's different, being an observer at a show versus being a vendor at a show.
For
'Cause,
sure.
man, you know, you're sitting. I mean, if you don't like talking to people, start learning right now. Because I mean, you got to interact with everybody. You know, hey,
I'm-
what's this? Or
Yeah.
how do you do this? I mean,
Yeah.
and you kind of do it like, you know, in video form, but you know, it's a little
I've
different.
done, I've worked retail for a long time
Yeah,
before, so I'm used to that. But it's almost like when you're just walking around and hanging out, it's different. That's socializing. Talking about product and stuff is just work talk. You can,
Right.
it gives you something to talk about.
exactly. Yep.
I
What's
was
your take?
I was surprised to hear that like you kind of felt awkward there because I mean, you are so used to talking on camera and stuff, but I understand how it's a different thing because
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I was probably a little awkward and cringy at PowerCon at some points as well. So I guess I can see it, but I just figured you would just be a chill natural and be like, hey, what's up? I'm Radman.
I got to pretty chill, but it's just like I said. Part of it is I never met any of these people in person, so it's very strange for the first time. And I don't show my face that much on things, so even people that might know me from Instagram or something, I have no idea what the heck I look like, dude. So just walking up to people and just being like, "Hey, how you doing?" I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but a good experience.
That's cool. Do you think you could have won the diorama contest?
I don't want to be a jerk.
I want to toot my own horn right now.
You had to have gone and looked and sized them up a little bit, right? And been like,
Yeah.
oh, that's an interesting technique, or oh, I would just destroy these children.
I think it was a very different style of diorama than the stuff I usually do because it was largely geared towards like 1/6 scale Joes. So that's much like, aquarium foliage, and you can kind of get away with that a little bit more because it's bigger figures. Grass mats. There were some things that were pretty cool. There was a jungle one that was pretty cool with some water and stuff. The actual vehicles and stuff look awesome because in that scale they look so freaking cool. All the detail that they have on those things. But I think, I mean, I definitely would have placed. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, probably something. I don't know.
Nice.
I was saying, if you
Go
don't
ahead,
mind, so they're talking about in the chat. I was going to bring it up here. There were two things. One from Valiverse that has now become public knowledge. Let me pull that up real quick. Let me do this button here. Now, this is on that other site. I hate to bring it up, but this is for the talking sake. The Action Force Night Sensei.
Senshi.
BBTS and whatever. I can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's exclusive to that other place, Big Bad Toy Store. But it's a nice figure. A lot of people are not liking the face paint, but it was one of the cool things that was brought up at DFW this weekend. Yeah, I know, Greg. No exclusives for us. One day it'll happen. But I mean, for me, I like it just because I like that. I like how it is. But like the one that I really want, and if you really got into that Veteran Williams, this little bad boy right there from Monster Force, that wolf right there, woo, that's gonna be a beaut.
That does look cool. I like a lot of these figures. Like, once again, not a huge figure guy, but I really like that you're doing more muted color schemes now, like a little bit more moody and kind of, realistic.
I mean, $85 though. I might have to do that.
That's a chunk of change.
I might have to do that. That $25 now. Get that bad boy. But that wolf is going to be an amazing piece to have in the collection. Like I said, a lot of people were talking in our Columbus toy group, comparing that to the Veteran Williams. So I'd be very curious to see it in hand. Like I said, wasn't at the show to see it, but this was another one that got put out today. So We will see.
Hmm.
Craig, Black
We will see.
that Monster Force was at 85 is more than I spent on my Blade Master. Yeah, I got my Blade Master Wang on Amazon. I think during their um, Amazon Prime Day, so they got it for like $75, free shipping, obviously. That's what I did.
So we had another guest pop in. Radnam, you are welcome to stay with us as long as you like. If you got places to be, not offended by that at all. I think there
hang
might
out.
be, I think there might be some questions or comments directed to you in the chat that we'll get to here in a minute. But I also, if you want to stay, I think I would love to continue to hear the contrasting opinions between what you observed today and what our
Absolutely.
next guest observed today on the other side of the country. So at this time, I would like to welcome our first Hella Dope employee and the man that keeps us organized, our moderator, Axion Figs, or as we like to call him, Ed. Ed, how the hell you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hey,
I'm doing good. We're still on the road.
yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, we hit some. We hit some traffic in Washington D.C., of course, and we're old. We can't do the 80 miles an hour for 18 hours straight anymore. So, how we doing?
Amazing.
That's understandable.
We're doing good.
Great, man. So Radnam just told us about his experience at DFW. You want to give us a rundown of what Joe Fest was like for you? You were there for the whole weekend, right?
We left this morning, so we missed the last day of the show. But as you guys know, the last day of the show is always just, basically the hangout day for all the vendors and trying to sell your stuff so you don't have to take it back home. You can tell, like, if you
Yep.
a local celebrity.
Yep.
So our show was awesome. We were sitting down Friday night, and Sergeant Slaughter came and drank with us.
That's sweet.
Yep, we were all there was about 8 of us hanging out in the lobby, and he just come over and sat down and said, "I need a drink." So somebody ran and got him a drink. My buddy Rob here, who's driving, he went and got us a drink, got Sergeant a drink, and then Sarge sat with us for about 2 hours telling us war stories about the ring.
See, now that would have been sweet to just sit and listen to.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. Told us about like the Montreal screw job, and Lawrence has always had that thing about how Shawn Michaels was better than Bret Michael, or Shawn Michaels better than Bret Hart. So Ken from Toy Ken Connection said, "Hey Sarge, who's better, Bret or Shawn?" And Sarge said Bret was number one.
I mean, the
But
man
other than
does
that,
the things.
This show was so much better than last year's PowerCon for you guys. I mean, it was about the same amount of traffic flow, but just the people that were there and the way the show flowed and everything else was definitely a better, not quality show, but better interaction. Better interaction type of show, right? The vendors were all real talkative. Everybody was just hanging out. Like after the show, everybody just hung out everywhere. There wasn't little pockets of people hanging out. It was all just buddies, and it didn't matter who you were, where you're from.
Awesome. Now, did you hang out at Scuba Pete's pool party at all? He had the,
Yes, I did. I hung out with Wilhelm and Scuba Pete while he was floating his USS flag.
It's very cool.
Wilhelm brought some foam planes that they were having like a little competition who could land it on the actual flag. That was pretty wild to watch.
Man.
Hell yeah.
I wanna come back to more stories, Ed. Are you good on time? You're not in a rush to get away.
I have like 2 hours before we're back home, so I got lots of time. I'm a passenger princess.
Okay, awesome.
I got my drink. I got my nail polish. We're good.
We have a bunch of chats backed up here. So, Aaron, do we
Fire
want to go through this real quick?
Yeah, let's go ahead. We got NYC Figure Fantastique. Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Robert, okay, you guys made me belly laugh. we do what we can, to bring enjoyment to the people. And then, we got our good friend, Northern Nomad. Northern Nomad, good to see you as always. But I do want to say, what's up? And can you dig it, sucker? Good to see you, man.
That was a close one, Aaron. I almost did not make that cue. I was like,
that's why I tried to draw it out as long as I'm like, I know he's not ready.
I was not ready for that one.
The Titan. What's the next big con? San Diego or BotCon? Is it San Diego? I don't think it's. Is it San Diego?
San Diego's in like July, right? It's usually a summertime show.
Yeah, I think that's the next.
San Diego's coming up in July.
Yeah, like the next big show. Yeah, and then I think August is New York, and then you got Toy Fair after that.
Yeah, but San Diego isn't the same feel as a DFW or a Joe Fest or a PowerCon. San Diego
hasn't been the same for like 20 years, dude.
San Diego's a shit show, and everyone always wants to go to it, but it just sounds fucking awful.
What's the bad part about it besides the crowds or?
Well, it used to be more. It used to be more about like the nostalgia piece and comics and all that. Now it's more about like the movies, TV shows, some comics.
I had a couple friends that went a couple years back, and they said it was hell just to walk through that place too, because it's just
I believe
asshole to belly button the whole way.
I believe
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying. They tried to bring it all into the modern time and not. Yeah, gotcha.
Like New York is still trying to hold true to like what it is, but even they are starting to kind of veer away from the collector piece of it. So,
right. I mean, I definitely noticed that in the Joe show. It was a lot of guys that played with boys in the '80s and their families too, and there were some younger people there. But it was just kind of funny seeing the nerd camaraderie, like some of the nerd reactions when people talked about different things.
It's the one place they could be themselves and not be judged by.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy with the big wallet, Lawrence, aka Punk with Toys, sitting around the pool with Moody, Tony Figs, Pop Blender, Baldy, and 3-Star. Hope you had a good time at Joe Fest, man. If you're not, make sure to tune in tomorrow on A Punk with Toys to hear this exciting weekend over down at Joe Fest. So let's tune in for that. He'll get to.
I don't think Lawrence has a show tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I thought he was. He's not? Okay. Well,
he's traveling home tomorrow.
Well, hey, if he's not doing a show, that's more of a reason to watch us over with Junkie on Crafts and Builds tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly. The Briscoe says right now he needs that hat.
Get your own, man.
Greg says that those Valorverse bags didn't exist. I thought he had those last year. I thought he had it at Joe. That was like the first year he took it to Joe Fest, because I remember him at PowerCon talking about how he was so happy seeing just that like fluorescent green everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
pretty sure he did have it last year.
He did have them last year, and then
I know he definitely had it at PowerCon.
We ripped off those bags, so we have the same bags without the logo in a very light purple. But yes, they are very high quality bags, but nobody gets excited about ours.
It's okay.
Well, you need to get excited about it, Ted.
Oh, I'm very excited about our light purple colored bags.
I mean, if they had a Steel Reserve logo on it and like a grape,
I'd be happy.
He'd be jumping around about that. Yeah.
Sponsorship on bags. This is.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get Steel Reserve to sponsor something.
Look, I really have a pen and paper now, Aaron. I'm not just pretending to write things down anymore.
The first time in 75 episodes, you finally have a pen and paper nearby.
I'm going to be honest. Aaron needs a Steel Reserve sponsorship because you are by far and this is going to sound horrible, but the oldest person I've known to maintain a Steel Reserve drinking habit. Like most people go through that when they're younger, and it's just like, I remember my insides feeling like they were scrubbed out with Brillo pads drinking.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's every day, dude. This is my life. Yeah.
Let me go back in time real quick. So, like, I think it was like my 18th birthday. We're living in our apartment, and like, a guy we used to live with, like, he knew a guy at like a convenience store, bought a whole case, still reserved, like the original one.
Yeah.
So they were like, let's go can for can. That was mistake number one. And then, like, ever since then, I mean, I'll drink like a Budweiser or something else every here and there, but like, it's been now like 22 years of drinking this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Still
do
reserve? Yeah.
Ice House back in the day? Ice House?
Yeah, I did a couple, like, for a while, like, you could only get the original Steel Reserve. Not until a couple years ago that they start doing like the flavors of them.
Right. I never
so
had the
like
flavors.
Ice House, and then Edge was another one, and there's another one that I tried for a while. It's just not the same. I can't do it.
I'm pretty sure Steel Reserve, that's like 8.2% alcohol, right?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's a lot for beer. Or not really beer, but whatever. Engine degreaser.
That's probably why my liver doesn't exist and I have no kidneys. But anyway, moving forward.
Right on.
Greg also says that he tried to get Chad to strap up with Nerf at DFW. Well, if he comes to PowerCon, we stay ready. I mean, I might even bring the big boy next year. You never know.
I definitely should have brought my Nerf gun.
Yeah, you should have lit up those 3POA fucks, man. Showing them what toxicity's really like.
Matthew Madsen says Steve's Toys was selling the mothership.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Interesting story with all that.
He also says the Valor panel was awesome. Took notes. The video will be released on Saturday. So anybody that wasn't at the panel, you'll get to see it on Saturday.
And anybody that was there, it sounds like their lips are sealed. So something big is coming, and all these people are behaving. So props to them.
So let me tell a quick story about Matthew. So I'm hanging out with Punk at the Joe Fest. Matthew sends Punk a picture of him and Radnom, or maybe Radnom sent it and said, "Look, I got a picture with your mod." So me and Lawrence took a picture with this dude we found that looks just like Matthew, and said told Matthew that we got him a replacement.
You found his body double. Wow.
That's
yeah. That's
awesome. We're gonna keep that one.
Oh, hold on, I just got in trouble. Chad just said it. Everyone heard you guys say 3POA fucks. Out of context, it only counts when the Nerf gun is in my hand. Okay, when the Nerf gun's in my hand, then it's go time. Nerf gun not in my hand. Love the 3POA. Wonderful guys. Nerf gun in my hand. Go time.
Absolutely. I will add, though, I did not realize how large of a human It's Chad is. He's a fairly large fellow. I'm just saying, you might need more than that Nerf gun, but we'll leave
I got the big gun.
Right on.
It's battery operated. That's how big this gun is. It needs a battery in order to work.
Got the mini gun.
Yeah. And like, what better place to light somebody up with Nerf guns than a G.I. Joe show? You know?
So at Joe Fest, there was an old Marine veteran rolling around in one of those wheel carts, and he had the Nerf minigun mounted on the front of it, fully loaded, ready to roll.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. I'm surprised no one had a remote control tank with a Nerf gun on it, man. What's up with that?
So you do it like that, you don't have to get ready. You're already ready. We got a question over on the Hello Dope Twitch page, Twitch page. Ringer says, "Hey, I love your cap. I noticed it doesn't have the usual adjustment snap. What kind of cap is this? Is a flex fit. Only like 5 of these hats are in existence currently. We're working on getting some more because it takes like 3 weeks for them to make it and ship it. But yeah, it's comfortable, man. It's very, very form fitting. It doesn't get real hot, so I love it. And so we got one over to Jason over at Spiral Toys, who usually keeps it on his table when he's doing shows. So I appreciate him for that. So keep an eye out. That's something that's actually coming. I promise that it's actually something in the making right now.
Like a Mossman video.
No, we'll have those hats before you think.
You
Uh-huh.
summon laser pants now too. You guys are
Yeah,
starting a war
I've
over here.
upset them all now. I'm gonna get an angry email.
The man collects says, "What's up? What's up, man?" Greg says, "Axion is pulling a Chartemis interview from his car." That's hilarious.
That's the first thing I thought about too.
They're never gonna live that down.
So let me tell you about this new toy line I'm coming out with, guys.
Jesus Lord. There's some just random chatting within. Make sure you guys there's Junkion's YouTube page there. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button so you know when we go live tomorrow.
Yeah, it's I keep telling people it's Junkion's channel, and they're yelling at me about it. It is the Figure Action channel. There is a link in our Instagram story, and I'll have another post up for it tomorrow in case that disappears. But you can go to our Instagram story right now with the correct link that goes to the correct channel, and set up a reminder for that tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Greg says, "Why did the Hella Dope Purple make me think of Grape Ape and Darkwing Duck?" Which, by the way, I loved Darkwing Duck. Man. That was a great card. This was a great show.
Let's get dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
It's a shame they messed up those toys, but
Oh God, yeah, horrible.
yeah.
And speaking of following up with it's chat, thank you for that very generous $4.99 super chat. What's up from DFW? Ryan, Bobby, and the gang are all here hanging in the lobby.
Well, they were. I'm sure they left by now. But Chad, if you're still here, I want to share the picture that we had together because Aaron and I were at both shows. We were at DFW and Joe Fest. There's Aaron and I in the Valaverse line. And then there's the selfie that we took earlier today of the four of us hanging out there. So, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Must have
Very
just
fun.
missed you guys when I was there.
Yeah, we popped in for probably like 10, 15 minutes. We had to go. I had to get back to work because I they wouldn't let me have the day off. So we're like, hey, let's hit this up real quick and then let's go over to Augusta.
A lot of driving.
We took the teleportation device, man. We had to hurry up and get back and get it charged though because it was running out of juice. It was a fun time. We loved being there. And then Laser Pants while we watch and cry like little whiny bee-hotches.
Look, man, you come next year strapped, they'll go down. I have the armory behind me.
Oh my!
See, that's what I should do. I should get mine. I should have a nice little display of my Nerf guns ready to go.
Are those custom paint job nerfs?
No,
Oh, okay.
Ted ain't that talented.
No, I'm not that. I don't have that much time or
And
talent.
then Junkion says, so
say
whoever
talent.
was at Joe Fest, how much were the Monster Force exclusives?
Ed,
40.
$40. It's not horrible.
$40.
I mean, Bobby sold his exclusive for $35.
And they look amazing.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I would have bought a couple more of those when I was there. I didn't realize on Saturday I could have bought 3 bone collectors. I would have bought at least one more because now I have a friend that's like kind of wanting mine, I think.
one more real quick. Laser Pants doesn't remember our picture with Chad and Bobby. Ryan, I think you were in the bathroom or maybe dealing with a customer. We were real quick, lots of people to see, lots of shows. We had to go back and forth between 2 states. It was a big ordeal. Sorry we missed you.
Yeah, man. We gotta say that for next year for PowerCon.
Has that been confirmed?
2025 has been confirmed. They just haven't released dates yet.
Okay.
It's gonna be in August, I'm sure. It's just a matter of which week.
Vendor or visitor?
90 minutes ago.
You guys are going to vendor. Okay.
It's right in our backyard, so it makes sense for us.
For sure.
Matthew says our stream just got demonetized and soon to be taken down.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted, guys. We made it to 75.
We had a good run. We had a good run. It was a good time. So Ed, you got to be part of Scuba Pete's pool party. You hung out with Wilhelm. You drank beers with Sergeant Slaughter, which is pretty awesome. What are some of the other highlights? Any panels, anything like that?
So I caught the Toy Kind of Mood panel with Punk and Travis Moody, Tony Sfigs. They talked about the classified line for a while. That was pretty dope. And then I caught the Monster Force Fresh Monkey Fiction line. They got some cool stuff coming out, some bangers that they released. The Cops and Crooks that they showed off, that's going to be launched. And they showed the Red Riding Hood female figure that's going to go in the Monster Force line. And at the booth, they had all the Monster Force figures that are ready to go. Some of the ones that are still in development. Showed off the new Sasquatch figure. They redid the body, so it's not quite so big. And then they showed off the new their Killer Orb, which is the werewolf that's basically based off of the Fury Planet Veteran Williams figure with the changes that they've made to that. So lots of cool stuff. Fresh Monkey Fiction was pretty cool. They were doing a little thing. You could spin a wheel and win some prizes. But one of the coolest things I think I saw was Arlen, one of the designers for AWOC, has a new toy line coming out. Sometime probably going to get launched. He's not sure if he's going to do Kickstarter or pre-order, and that's probably going to be like August, September timeframe. Really cool, like space zombie type of thing. I got pictures. I'll send you guys later. I'm looking forward to that one.
You said one of the designers that did AWOC.
Oh, okay. That's right. I was going through the chats. I only heard part of it.
Yeah. Did you run into Seth Green, Ed?
No, I just missed him at the Sparrow table. I walked up and talked to Derek and Jason, and he had like just left and was talking about how big of a fan of AWOC he was and everything else. So,
were there any other celebrities there? I know the G.I. Joe creative people there from the 80s. They were there, but like, were there?
No, that was a DFW. So yeah, Bob Reekin from Palatoy was there, and then Slaughter, and then Seth Green was pretty much it.
Okay. Cool.
You say Corey Feldman was there?
No, Corey, the guy that was the Hasbro designer, he was there.
Corey Feldman would have been better.
Yeah, he could have done some Michael Jackson dances.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just want to answer this real quick while it's there. Travis, yes, it will be here in Columbus, Ohio. It will be in August. It will be at the Columbus Convention Center. Same place, won't change. Like I said, we're waiting on the official dates because they don't want to coincide with some other things that are happening big in the same month. I do still think they're trying to merge PowerCon and MatsuCon together, which is the anime convention, and just make one big shebang out of it. But that is still to be determined with a year to figure it out. But those are the details that have been released in Columbus Convention Center, August.
That might work out well for you guys if you're carrying more anime lines.
It's the hope. So they're still kind of feeling out what's the hotness to do. But they definitely have gotten some responses from it. Nothing big yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a real. I think the starting problem is all the anime stuff that we are selling is real like high ticket, and I don't know if that's the norm for anime figures. I'm not an anime guy.
I mean, look at most of that SH figure art stuff, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
understand
generally
why
a
those are
bit
$100.
Most of the stuff that people are collecting is high end for anime. I mean, you can get some cheap stuff at the Wally World, but most of the stuff that people want is the high end stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of PVC statues are popular with that stuff too.
Man, that's shipping those.
What are you guys familiar with anime at all, either of you? Or
here and there, not as big, but I know like the big stuff.
Right,
yeah.
Probably your
Naruto,
kids.
Dragon, no, my kids don't give a shit about that. No.
Yeah.
If it right now we're on a Bluey kick in this house, so if it ain't Bluey, he don't care.
Yeah, and then Unboxing Artist Series says SH Figure Arts is where to be for anime figs. So, I mean, I guess we're on the right track, but I don't know. Again, not knowing a lot about it, we're going to kind of going in
80s
blind and seeing what's
80s Toy
working.
Boy says fan art and Kai Arts are money. And Greg says SH Figure Arts and Figma. I saw a couple of those Figma figures, man. They actually look pretty nice. Maybe something we'll look into soon. So,
Yeah,
carry on.
SH.
So, Radnom, you went to DFW.
I did.
Is that a show that you're going to put in the books for next year? Save up some money, enter that contest.
I think I'll probably be there again next year. Yeah. What I would like to do is spend more time sitting in the panels and stuff like that, because that was pretty interesting. Although I will say, sitting still for an hour and a half, I haven't done that in so many years. Like
That's
that
what
was
you do
crazy.
when you work.
My butt. What?
That's what you do when you work. When you're
No,
when
I'm
you're
on my feet.
creating.
Oh,
Are you
dude.
standing?
Well, I mix it up, but I have like a kneeling chair, a normal chair. I sit on the ground. I'm very random while building dioramas. So
Yes, and every Friday night we make sure Radnom has his pants on before he starts his panel because he always gets up.
yeah, I haven't gotten caught yet, but I have sat down and started the stream with no pants on and stopped it and realized before I got to broadcasting. So yeah,
The Wizard Wand just like, oh, there it is. Well, put that back in there.
that would be a wonderful way to get demonetized.
And then a quick shout out to Junkion. He says he's got to go. He's got to work early tomorrow, but cannot wait for tomorrow. So again, tomorrow night on the Figure Action channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be hanging out there and chatting about
Very cool.
toys.
But yeah, diorama contest, I probably will. If I go, I will probably try to enter that next year.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Matthew, and I don't know if we started or if we just moved on, but he said there were like 3 categories to it. I don't remember what they were, but would you just
vehicle,
go with a
diorama, and
basic
something else.
like display scene, or would you like make a vehicle or something like that?
I'm not going to disclose that at this time.
Can't give it away. Gotcha. That sounds good. Ed, what about you? You went to Joe Fest. Were you at Joe Fest last year?
No. First Joe Fest that I went to.
Is Joe Fest something that you think you would want to go back to next year?
Yep, absolutely. It was a great time. Lots of cool stuff to see. You know, of course, it'd be different probably next year because some of the vendors that would normally be going to PowerCon probably went to Joe Fest or DFW, so it might be a little bit different of a show. But overall, the general atmosphere was amazing.
Nice.
Any thoughts of maybe doing a DFW next year?
I hate Texas.
That's where all his exes live.
That makes sense.
Only a couple of them.
Almost all the creeks dry up in summer in Texas too. That's got to be rough on you.
Yeah, that's right. Too hot down there.
You're not wrong.
I don't know. Like I said, I must have went down there at the right time. Except, well, I went in April. I went in April. Yeah, I went in April.
Yeah, no.
I
It's
mean,
still-
it got up to like 85, 87, but it wasn't like I'm dying hot.
well, in summer it's going to be like 106, 109
That's it.
days in a row. Dude. Yeah.
Like I stay in my house.
I spent 3 summers in Central Texas. That's enough.
Like when they say that it was hotter in Ohio than it was in Florida, that's when I knew that me going outside wasn't gonna happen. Like it was like I think it got up to like 96 here. It was 84 in Florida.
Yeah.
I see.
When I left New York, it was hotter in New York than it was down in Georgia this weekend.
Oh wow. What was the heat like though? Humid or?
It wasn't too bad this weekend. At nighttime, it got a little humid, but it wasn't too bad. Usually, you know, Georgia in the summer's a swamp. I mean, you
Yeah.
just you drink the air; it's so thick. But it wasn't that bad this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, they can take this weather back. I don't want it.
Absolutely, I agree.
It says
Good.
only go to Texas for the barbecue. They do got some good barbecue.
And Radnom's in Texas, man.
Yeah, right up to Texas.
I am.
Well, I love Radnom. I just hate the rest of the state.
You got a whole like Lawrence and Ohio thing going on.
There's
Yes,
a lot of nice things about Texas, but the weather is really not one of them.
Ooh, Jeff says it was 117 in Arizona. Ooh.
Oh God, yeah.
Gross. That is gross. So as I mentioned kind of at the top of the show, you know, getting to see everybody's posts from both shows, it just looked like whoever went to each show had a lot of fun, had a lot of love for the show, and I really, once again, I just hope that that's how everybody just gets to remember it. You know, fucking DFW was awesome, Joe Fest was awesome, and like the only sadness is, damn, I wish I could have, you know, seen so and so, but they were all the way over there at that other convention. You know, like that's the only sad part about this weekend, because I've just heard nothing but positive things from everybody, and I think that's really cool, and I think that's the way it should be. People went there and they had fun. Ed, do you have any closing thoughts about the show? Anything that you wanted to add in that we didn't go over?
So I think one of the key things, and you guys kind of got this experience with PowerCon last year, right? It's the show is a great time, but it's like always the stuff that happens afterwards, right? The hanging out. I mean, we hung out with a whole group of people that I didn't even know until, you know, Friday night. And then by last time when we were leaving, we could have been friends for 10 years and you wouldn't have known the difference, right? That was the experience with the show. More than just seeing the show. That's all good stuff to see all the cool things people are bringing out, stuff that's been around forever that's for sale. But the people and, you know, just the brotherhood and all that was just incredible.
They made the weekend what it was.
What was that?
Rob said, those guys that we all hung out with, Tony, Lawrence, everybody, they made the weekend what it was. My first convention down there, I had a blast. These guys were amazing. So they treated me like family. We knew each other for 5 minutes.
That's the experience of that we were talking about. You know, whether we've known you for 5 years or we've known you for 5 minutes. You know, that's
When you're there, you're
trying to
family.
build. Exactly, and hopefully that extends, you know, outside of like conventions. You know, like we're all trying to build the word community gets overused. You know, a group, a family of people who like common things, and we can discuss them.
Yep.
We can have our disagreements, you know. Maybe you don't like Joe's and you do, but hey, we all like toys. We all like talking about it. We like playing, collecting, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. Radnom, any final thoughts on your end from DFW?
Yeah, I mean, even though, like I said, not a toy collector, I do love the nostalgia of it. It was always fun looking at Transformers and G.I. Joes and stuff that I had when I was a kid. And there was a lot of vintage stuff there, a lot. But there was still tons of just creative stuff that was very interesting to me. I wrote some notes down from talking to some of those 3D printing guys on how to finish off some stuff that I never thought about before, like using like Bondo and all kinds of things. It's just kind of interesting. So a lot of friendly people. Definitely would recommend hanging out with those things. And the price wasn't bad either. It was only like $10 for a day pass, so it's very reasonable.
That is a good deal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Aaron, do you have anything else you want to cover, or else I'm gonna let these guys promote some stuff and we'll close it out.
I just want to hit a couple of these last chats that we got, and then we can do that. Maurice Phillips says good time zones all. Also, Maurice had mentioned in the comment that he had recently purchased something from us. Great packaging, fast shipping. Maurice, thank you so much. We appreciate the business and hope to see more of it. 80s Toy Boy says, what's up, man? Laser Pan says something seems off in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, that was a legitimate picture taken.
100%
Legitimate picture.
Fact check.
It was real.
Suka says Joe Fest was the second time I got it. I mean, they do make creams for that, Suka. You know, just rub a little cream on there. It should be okay. I'm no doctor, but I heard. Cobb says, happy 75, you dopers. Well, thank you, man. You know, we're at the rate we're going, I think we'll hit our 100th episode in the new year, right in the new year?
It depends on if we miss anything else, which I assume we'll probably miss a week somewhere. So if we don't miss anything, it'll be like right on New Year's Eve ish. If we do miss something, it'll be like the second week of January.
Planning for failure.
Yep. That's how we do it, man.
Look, we almost didn't do a show tonight. We were like, yeah.
We really got close. I'm like,
I didn't put a thumbnail up till this morning. This man didn't even answer my text on if we were going to do a show tonight.
Yeah.
I just said, I'll just throw up a thumbnail.
He probably doesn't answer till he gets that first Steel Reserve in him, I'm guessing.
He doesn't answer me a lot lately, you know? I think we need to go to couples therapy.
We probably should. It's about time.
Does DoorDash deliver Steel Reserve?
We can't get away from that.
They do. They really, I looked that shit up. Yes, they do.
He's like, actually, DoorDash, but he's still got like a whole list of websites.
I did get a DoorDash gift card, so I mean, I get a couple free ones on somebody else's dime.
If Uber Eats is too busy, I still got DoorDash, and then I got another backup.
That's right.
You know, we got that thing now where they bring the drone and it'll fly and zip line like a bag down. So
if you guys are thinking about what to get me as Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, just because it's Sunday, hey, you already know the answer. Hook your boy up. Thor says, thanks for telling me about Figure Action Channel. I just subscribed. See you all tomorrow. Thor, we are looking forward to seeing you and having a great time over there with Chunky on and talk jive. And then finally, Greg says, good smile showed off. It's painted Gandalf and a proto Zoda. That could be very interesting. I'm still trying to cipher through a bunch of pictures that people took. That could be a good one.
Yeah. Awesome. Ed, what would you like to promote? I know you were on a pre-recorded show a little bit before we went off that people can watch the replay.
Yeah.
But what do you want to hit?
So yeah, Brick Something News did a pre-record the Toy League. Travis, Mr. Wonderful, and myself. I think we recorded it 2 weeks ago, knowing I was going to be here, and he's on a vacation with the family overseas, and that was all about military toys and action figures that are based on the military stuff, Fresh Monkey Fiction and Battleverse, G.I. Joe, all that. And then Tuesday night, of course, we got the Toy League coming on at 9 o'clock. Travis and I are going to be discussing the Joe Fest and stuff I saw there and things like that, pictures and all that fun stuff. So that's Tuesday, 9 o'clock on my channel, Action_Figs. And then I'll be moderating somewhere along the line in between now and next weekend. So.
Very cool.
Mr. Ratnon, what about you, man?
Well, most people know you can follow me on Instagram at Random Diorama. I also have a YouTube channel. It's this one, Random Diorama, and I do a live craft and chill stream every Friday night. The last Friday, we're working on this back panel for all this kind of. There's a whole bridge set up. I don't really have my camera set up to take a picture of it, but I just didn't even plan on it. Just randomly made this. And this piece was already made, but we just have fun on there. People ask questions, crafting questions. Everyone talks to each other. Ed's there with me pretty much every Friday, and you can just come by, say hello, or curse me out, whatever. Ed might delete you if you say to do that, but whatever.
That's right. You get rowdy, I kick your ass out.
Thank you, Ed.
I'm still there, so it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Aaron, what do you got?
You know what? Actually, man, I really don't got much this week. Go buy stuff. There's some cosmics that landed, and I think this week we're going to update the clearance section. We got some things that needs to go bye-bye, so keep an eye out for that. And just keep buying, keep supporting Hella Dope Toys.
Absolutely. And you are right. Cosmics have landed, and one of those figures is an ogre scale figure. He is massive. So if you are into ogre scale figures, his name is, it looks like it should be pronounced Scourge. But knowing the Horseman, it's probably Sissikurgi. I don't know.
It is Scourge. You got it right the first time, Ted. Congratulations.
Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. I got one right. I got one of the names right. So Scourge is an ogre scale figure. Definitely check that out if that is your cup of tea. But all of the cosmics are there from the Zaxius Outpost, aside from one figure that's on back order that will be arriving to us soon, which we have removed from the site at the moment. Yeah, outside of that, man, we got stuff up for pre-order. New Marvel Legends, Valaverse Series 5. What else we have for pre-order? Anime figures.
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful. We have to submit our order by the end of
I think it's June 28th.
June 28th.
June 28th is when we need to submit our order. So if you need to go crazy, go crazy.
Yes.
Or don't. Whatever.
Yes.
But
Scourge was the Motu tribute from PowerCon. So they just made a regular version of it.
And also, like, if you haven't gotten a Valaverse pre-order in yet, it's not the end of the world. Bobby's case counts are usually pretty solid, so we always have something left over afterwards. So,
like head packs.
Like head packs. We still have head packs if you need one.
And weapons packs.
And weapons packs. We have some weapons packs as well. You should look into that. And then I think there's still one more Desert Steel Brigade as well.
Yeah.
Just one. One lonely fella.
One lonely little guy.
One little guy.
I would like to add something real quick.
Sure.
Out of the way.
I was going to tell you guys this, and I almost forgot. So at the show, I was wearing my Hella Dope shirt on Saturday, representing, and handing out a bunch of business cards with all the information on there. And there was a lot of guys there that knew all about Hella Dope.
Oh, yes.
Praised you guys up about your packaging and your quick shipping. And I told everybody, go buy all your shit from Hella Dope, guys. You know, mainly so I can get a paycheck at some point in time. But, you know, other than that,
It's
I mean,
coming.
I cried.
I promise you.
I shed a tear just for that reason. You know, they're working me to death. They're not paying me. And, you know, they said, okay, we'll go buy some toys. So
That
hopefully
literally
after the show, everybody goes to buy some more toys.
That literally sounded like go buy some shit at Hella Dope or I'll break your kneecaps.
I'm breaking kneecaps over here. So
Like,
I get over here and give me a paycheck, you know?
a Hella Dope crowbar, you know, next time.
It kind of sounded like that. But, you know,
Hey, real quick before we all disband, Ted, have you noticed that we got an uptick in pre-orders for the Marshall?
Yeah, I did notice that was coming in a little hotter and heavier than usual.
Yes, I wonder if that has anything to do with Ace being in.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Ace had a good showing at the Joe Fest. Really good looking table. He showed off the tank, showed off the Aces of Aviation and package. Those boxes look super cool. He showed off the ramen razor and his bread van. Great table he had set up.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I was sitting around, and all of a sudden, you hear the little ching. I'm like, I wonder what this is. It's it's the Marshall. Like an hour or two later, the Marshall. I'm like, what in the? Where's all this coming from? All of a sudden, like I'm not complaining on it,
Yep.
man.
I guess
It's like out of nowhere, you either get like one or two for over the last 3-4 months, and we got 5 in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, I bet you it was from Joe Fest because his table was looking good, man. He's delivering on his stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's good because, like I said, I'm glad people are finally getting their hands on the ramen racer. That just means that we're going to start seeing some good things over the next. My guess would be the year now with Ace of Aviation, the Marshall, the Red Van, and everything else that he's got working on right now. I mean, this was the biggest. You want to say the biggest complaint about what was happening is you're showing all this stuff, but nothing in hand yet. Now we've got some things getting in hand. So
I'll tell you, he had the Aces, he had the Aviators out on display with all the figures, and he had, of course, the custom Tom Cruise head. But he had a set of them in the boxes. If you guys are looking for some really cool figures and want some beautiful packaging, the Aces of Aviation look gorgeous, like better than they did last year at PowerCon.
I saw the ones last year, man. So if you're saying they're better,
yep,
that's gonna be good. So if you're looking for Ace of Aviation, you know where to get them. support your local dealers because that's what we do. And yeah, I think that's all we got for this week, guys. Episode 76 coming to you live next Sunday, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. You know what we do. We'll see you tomorrow night over on Junkion's channel. Have a great weekend. Safe travels to all of you out there coming back from DFW and Joe Fest, and we will see you later.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Later, guys.